I am so thankful to be with you this morning. Candidly grateful beyond words. And I'm grateful to God for giving us such beautiful scripture passages this morning, which candidly makes my job a lot easier. The passage we just heard from the Gospel of Luke is referred to as the cleansing of the 10 lepers. But really, it's a lesson in gratitude and faith taught by a Samaritan. To put this story in context, these 10 men with leprosy were outcasts, unable to live in community, work, or even enjoy the most basic aspects of life. This miracle was towards the end of Christ's ministry here on earth. The word was out, and it's pretty reasonable to say that these men were aware of the healing power of Christ. When they saw Jesus, they knew this was their chance to be healed. You can hear in their words that they believed. Jesus, Master, have pity on us. Those are words that you choose when you know someone can help you. Can't you imagine how excited they were when they realized Jesus had saved them? Yet, only one returned to give thanks to God. We all want to be like the Samaritan, both believing in the healing power of God and being filled with gratitude. But due to our human condition, so often we fail. Jesus did not choose to perform this miracle on a Samaritan by chance. He chose a Samaritan to help us see that he came for all, not just those who have managed to master a collection of religious teachings. Healing is God's grace, and it comes in many forms. By the grace of God, none of us have experienced leprosy. But you are facing your own challenges. We have each struggled to go through something difficult. A health issue, a financial challenge, a loss of a loved one, family pressures, work and school challenges. You are carrying a heavy burden. Some of us think we're the strong ones, self-sufficient, able to carry our own loads. Maybe you suffer like me from being an A-type personality. I got this, we say to ourselves and others, but we don't. You may believe that God's grace is for someone special, not for you. But the truth is the opposite. This is the very reason Christ chose a Samaritan rather than those who have been considered the chosen people. Christ draws himself to those who struggle, those who may feel that we simply are not part of God's inner circle. But it is you that he is calling, drawing closer, encouraging and offering his healing touch. His grace is for you. Have you ever known someone who said that they wanted to get back in shape and then confess that before they start going back to the gym, they want to lose a few pounds? Well, you don't have to wait to start letting God change your life. This is the time and the place to be like the Samaritan and ask God and reach out to him for help. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, struggling to get through, reach out to him here, now. Let him know where you struggle. If you struggle with faith, ask him for faith. Nothing is too great a challenge for God. As I'm sure you're aware, this is my first time preaching as a deacon. By the grace of God, I was ordained a little less than 24 hours ago. Your presence means so much, and I, candidly, beyond the fact that I look pretty silly up here preaching to myself. But you're here, and I'm very grateful. Many of you have helped me on this journey in ways you don't know. Your encouragement, your prayers, even your curiosity. There have been those who have carried the heaviest load as I answered God's call, beginning with my daughters, Kate, Devin, and Taylor, who have encouraged me throughout my formation. Brother Raul, who has been both an incredible teacher and a loving friend. He has been with me every step of the way from my discernment through ordination. But most of all, the love of my life, Nancy. God brought Nancy and I together in marriage over 40 years ago, and she has been an incredible partner ever since. But many times through this journey, her load has been far greater than mine. But despite everything, her faith, encouragement, and humor has made this as much about the journey as the destination. So with all my heart, I am grateful to God that He put you in my life and that you answered His call. So how did the Samaritan live out the rest of his life? We don't know. Luke didn't tell us. But it is reasonable to guess that by believing in the power of God's mercy and showing gratitude to God, he led out a joyful life, as should you and I.